Action Gordon says thoughts on Initiative and Delver making up 50% of the top 32 in the Super Qualifier. I didn't see what you're talking about, but that sounds interesting. All right, we are underway. Lotus Petal for Roland. Lotus Petal for Roland. Cavern of Souls.
So if I play an artifact after this, it'll get a +1/+1 counter? Yep. And then if I play an artifact on your turn, it'll get a It's like time.
Okay, it looks like it's on human. And here's Thalia getting cast, can't be countered. It's hitting the battlefield whether Kaplan likes it or not. And as we're getting started here, I want to say thank you to everyone. Everyone. We just reached 1 million views on our YouTube channel, a nice little milestone. Thank you, everybody that's been hanging out with us on YouTube. Appreciate that. And a thank you to Keith Master Flex. I'll just play this little animation or whatever. Keith Master Flex bought a 90s Magic bagel tee. So it has a bagel up on the shoulder and the 90s Magic special logo, official logo on it as well. Looks like a Chalice on 1 is on the stack here. A Delver has hit the battlefield for Kaplan.
Brainstorm. Yep. Sure. Oh, yeah. Just reveal. Yeah, just reveal.
Okay. Good. Now we can look. All right.
What's up?
All right. Insectile Aberration gets in there for 3. Yeah, you can go ahead and link whatever for the Super Qualifier if anybody wants to take a look at that. So, Thalia, Lotus Petal, Chalice on 1 on Roland's side. Cavern is on human. That's a City of Traders there. Let's see what Roland has in store for us. When these go on the stack, do I choose which one I'm going first on?
I will pass it.
All right, end step fetching here for Kaplan. Thalia attack for 2. Very nice. Any Poxed on stream? I don't know. We'll see. How likely it is that we will have Pox on stream? I'm not going to lie, it's not that likely. Here's a Bolt on Thalia. It's getting countered. Kaplan just filling up the graveyard here for Murktide, potentially. Solitude pitching a Marius Call on the flipped Delver, and it's going in the exile zone now. Is there any pre-modern in the near future? Unlikely, given that there are no pre-modern events firing anywhere. You don't box to win, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, sacking Petal here. Seasoned Dungeoneer. Brainstorm. Getting countered. Kaplan will test you for a Chalice check. So far, Roland is not missing it. Cloud says, do you have Doomsday coming up? Maybe. Sometimes we have Doomsday. I don't want to give away the whole show here, everybody. Peculiar Pelican. Thank you for the resub. 7 months for Peculiar Pelican and making Jeff Bezos pay for it with a bagel emote. Thank you. What's up, Pelican? All right, initiative stuff is happening.
And I'm just gonna keep a look at that really quick to make sure. But yep, underneath stuff that works. Yep.
I guess the initiative dungeon stuff is off screen. Is it off the playmat? Oh, it's behind. All right, so I'll just hide myself here. No big deal. I couldn't figure out where it was. So up in the top right of your screen, you see Roland is in the first room of the Undercity. Seasoned Dungeoneer allowed Roland to take the initiative. Kaplan with no creatures on the battlefield, make it unlikely that it will be lost anytime soon. Expressive Iteration getting fired off here. Will the card ban soon? I don't think a ban is unlikely anytime soon, but what do I know? What do I know, everybody? What are you asking me? Ask people who won the World Championship or something. I don't know anything. We're in a position right now, though, where we have a lot of relevant cards for Legacy still not added to MTGO, where, as most of you know, a lot of Legacy is played. So I don't know. I don't know what that means, but that's something to think about.
What was the sealed?
The Delver deck was bad, but that wasn't it.
What was it?
And I'll put this in.
Okay, so Explore happens here. Seasoned Engineer will get a counter. It's a non-land card. Chalice getting dumped into the graveyard by Explore. Kaplan taking a big hit here from Seasoned Engineer, which now has 6 power. Thalia has 2. The second room of the dungeon was chosen to put 2 counters on Seasoned Engineer.
Just the synergies aren't there. You know what I mean?
Here's Expressive Iteration.
I didn't say it. I'll be on the play.
All right, game 1 goes to Roland. JH Stock, thanks for the resub. 11 months for JH Stock. This time with Prime, making Jeff Bezos pay for it. Hello, hello, up for some red-green initiative. Yes, we may see some other color initiative decks today. We have some nice decks in store for everybody today. All right, here's a Delver. Cavern was on humans in game 1. Anarchy Inducer is here. What's up, Greg?
Five cards. Take 3.
All right. Ameria coming in untapped here. Roland takes 3 damage from that. Chromox.
Imprinting.
Just want to take a quick moment here to thank some of our new YouTube members, Chen Shi, Thomas, Arianera, and Leonel Morales. Thank you for becoming members. Hit the join button on our YouTube channel if you're watching this later on YouTube. Thank you, thank you.
No more turns.
This is still true.
Yeah, they both trigger.
All right, Kaplan thinking about the follow-up here. Delver has flipped. Polluted Delta getting cracked. Thalia on the table on Roland's side. Looks like another Thalia was pitched to Chromox.
Once for this.
So how's everybody feeling at this point? Twitch chatters and YouTube commenters. Sprite Dragon. Interesting. All right, getting in there for 4. Twitch chatters and YouTube commenters. How are you feeling right now about the approach against the initiative deck? Are you saving your counter spells for White Plume Adventurer and Seasoned Dungeoneer and letting Chalice of the Voids, Thalias, all that kind of stuff resolve? What's your approach? Does anybody have a take on this? Does anybody have any feelings about this right now? We need to know. All right, Ninja God King has t-shirt suggestions. Maybe. Satale says, my bagel shirt arrived. You're welcome. Hope it looks great. Thanks for buying it. All right, there's a walking ballista on 1. Sprite Dragon taken out by the walking ballista. Excuse me, I said, so it was a walking ballista with 2. X was 2. And 1 counter was removed to kill Sprite Dragon. Delver gets in there, rolling down to 10. This walking ballista could potentially trade itself with Insectile Aberration next turn. Kaplan trying to figure this out. Sprite Dragon, an interesting adjustment to the Delver list Kaplan has been playing. Maybe thinking about haste, flying, steal the initiative kind of plays. Poing, you're late. Come on, Poing. Poing starts every stream off with some emotes, and today Poing was late. Shame. People are suggesting stifles in the chat. People are saying counter the stuff that locks you out of the game. Cavern of Souls is a consideration. People are liking Psy and 8cast right now. Yeah, making a whole bunch of Thopters seems pretty good at the moment. All right, Kaplan passes the turn.
I feel for you. I haven't done enough with I don't have Moto, so I don't get enough play. Feels like a...
I mean,
The land on Roland's side under the Chromox is Ameria. Ameria's call flips upside down. I don't remember what the rest of the name is.
What specific things?
Violin and painters. And like activate Violin too, and then they have to address types.
I was like,
All right, Roland gets in there, attacking for 3. Doesn't seem like the concern is removing this Delver right now. Looks like we're in an earthquake. Looks like the table's getting bumped a little bit. Maybe somebody's getting up.
Somebody's gonna get
no lie.
He didn't have snuff outs before. 2 hours into a movie. Goes between 2 and 3. Yeah.
Roland trying to think about the follow-up here. Just attacked in for 3. Kaplan has, I think, 3 cards in hand. All right, fetching now with Pluto Delta. Is the camera moving on its own? No, the camera is stationary on a mini monopod, but the camera has a digital stabilization that makes it look like we're on a boat. And believe me, it looks a lot better than if we did not have stabilization, because it would look like we were actually in an earthquake watching this right now. All right, looks like Brazen Borrower getting cast here. New donation from Gavin. Grats on 1 million YouTube views. Thank you, Gavin. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Shout out to Gavin. All right, so it seems like this was actually a petty theft, bouncing Thalia, and Brazen Borrow is now on an adventure. And we can tell, we know that, because of the adventure token that Kaplan is using. Otherwise, we would have no idea what's happening. Walking Ballista trades itself with Delver.
So it's the only white plume that lets you go solo and plus.
Here's Dragon's Rage Channeler. Ponder Surveil. Thinking about this Surveil trigger now. A Dragon's Rage Channeler has been put in the graveyard.
Yeah, just creature and lands of
All right, just creature and land in the graveyard. So 2 types for Delirium. Ponder resolving now. Hello, Otto. Wendy says 1 million is a massive milestone. Definitely worth his little celebration. Yes, a nice milestone for sure. Adding another digit to our view count. Feels nice. All right, everybody. There it is. Murktide Regent.
And it does trigger. And you get your.
Murktide Regent, unlike Initiative, unlike Minsk and Boo, of course, is from the multiverse of Magic the Gathering, which is worth considering and thinking a lot about.
He's not artificer. Look at your picture, no artificer.
Got it.
And depreciating.
I think we're artifact pretty good.
All right, Roland dropping a Lotus Petal here. Tapping 4. Is this a Dungeoneer? Maybe a Solitude? Okay. Palace Jailer. Okay. Palace Jailer will remove Murktide. And Roland will become the Monarch. Okay. Murktide upside down with a Dion. It is a little bit weird way to mark it here, but that's okay. All right, so a Plains comes down, City of Traders goes away, and here's Thalia once again, sacking the Petal. Brazen Borrower is in the exile zone on an adventure. Murktide region is locked under the Monarch by Palace Jailer.
So, Palace Jailer, when I get the Monarchy back, I get my Murktide back? Correct, yes. I don't know if they'll have the
It will
counters.
not.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't think it just returns back to your control.
It would not have the counters. It's in exile right now. Chain Lightning Surveil on Thalia. Days dumped into the graveyard.
So creature, instant sorcery.
3 types in the graveyard. Creature, instant, sorcery. Chain Lightning, interesting. Expressive Iteration hitting the stack here. Don't have to pay the tax anymore. Surveil puts another Days into the graveyard. Expressive Iteration will resolve. MTG Banning says respect for Roland tapping the Lotus Petal before sacrificing it. Yes, that was incredible. All right, Expressive Iteration gone. Misty Rainforest cracked here.
Probably a somewhat game deciding decision.
Gets the 4th Volk out of the library. Attacking with Dragon's Rage Channeler for 3. Kaplan becomes the Monarch. Murktide Regent comes back.
Pass. Draw during land stuff.
And draws from the Monarch. This game is not going well for Roland at the moment.
Two cards?
Two.
All right, Roland scooping it up here in game 2. Going to game 3. for that last turn. Chromox to start. Pitching an Amaria's Call, as these initiative decks often do. Caracas, Chalice on 1, it will resolve. Chalice on 1 quite powerful against Delver, as most of you know. The deck runs a high density of 1 mana value cards. Misty Rainforest pass. Cavern on Human once again. And it seems like Roland gestured to pass the turn. Mr. Rainforest getting correct. Steam Vents tapped. Island pass.
Yeah, it's just not a high tier deck, but like you could definitely do it. I did play
And Roland passes it back. End step Petty Theft on Chalice. All right, Chalice is bounced. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Brainstorm Surveil. Brahman, thanks for the follow. Welcome. And Breaky, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Cracking a Polluted Delta. Is there Stoneblade in rotation today? Maybe. Breaky says, YouTube guy, finally catching a Twitch stream. Happy to have you here. Welcome. Here's Delver of Secrets. Looks like Kaplan's passing with 5 cards in hand or 4 cards in hand? 4.
Okay. I don't know if you have Petal and like a Peacekeeper coming off with like left in your hand. Okay. I guess you can't really. Right. You can't play those cards with the Arcane anyway. But I thought like Sword just like doesn't matter. Like the Sword effect just doesn't matter. It does if I still have cards left. In no way. It's less than or equal to my devotion to blue. So I can so it becomes 0. I see. Sure. Yeah. That's why I played. I see what you're saying. That was the question on the very last thing, but I don't know.
All right, waiting for Roland to proceed here. Cavern on Humans, Caracas, Chromox. Makes white. Playing another Cavern.
But there was no reason for me to do that because
Another Cavern on Human. What the hell is that card called again? Holy Light or something? Oh my god. Sheesh. Alright, so the Delver and Dragon's Rage Channeler are gone. All non-white creatures get -1/-1 for 3 mana. Holy Day? What the heck is that card called? I forgot. Ponder after the Dragon's Rage Channeler resolves here. That's not dust to dust, right? Oh, Holy Light. Holy Light. Yeah, I had it right the first time, I guess. Yeah. From the dark.
Chalices from the sideboard. Are they in Yeah. I don't know much about the evolution of the deck.
I'll leave that.
All right, surveilled card was left on top. Ponder resolving now for Kaplan.
Except in the mirror, so it's like just play the main, right? Like, no, that makes sense.
Holy Light. Oh my God. All right, Wasteland on the second cavern. Roland did have a redundant cavern on human. There it is. Holy Light. Instant non-white creatures get -1/-1 until end of turn. Exactly. City of Traders here for Roland. Chalice on 1.
I mean, those are 4 main.
It will resolve. And Roland passes the turn. So Roland has not had a initiative creature hit the stack yet in this game. Yeah, Holy Light was designed for 1 versus 1 play, don't forget. Dragon's Rage Channeler getting in there. At the end of your turn is here. What's up at the end? Is that Divine Light? We got Holy Light. We got Divine Light. It's called Divine Light, right? What does it even do? I don't remember. Oh, Blessed Alliance? What card am I thinking of? Blessed Alliance. Escalate. Choose 1 or more. Gain 4 life. Untap 2 target creatures. Target opponent sacrifices an attacker. Okay. Oh, I was thinking of another card, but... all the spice today. That Brazen Borrower was on an adventure, now hitting the stack. There it is.
Free reign to do like that's your one. You had 2 more cities. I had 2 mains.
At the end of your turn, thank you for 500 bits. Thank you. Appreciate that. Did Roland board out initiative in favor of removal? I don't think you board out the initiative cards here, but I don't know. I played initiative in this event, and I played against Delver twice, won both matches. Did not board out any of the initiative cards. In fact, I barely sideboarded. I sideboarded like one... oh man, what touched the Spirit Realm into the deck and took out like one something. I don't remember. There it is. Touch the Spirit Realm. Oh wait.
What phase are we
I'm
in
just
now?
at the end of your turn. I'm going to
Channel.
I don't think I've ever played a
My bad. I'm not trying to channel. I'm trying to.
Not in the deck.
Okay, Roland accidentally cast the Touch the Spirit Realm at instant speed there, confusing Channel with Flash. New cards, these things happen. Now we're casting it at the correct speed here, sorcery speed, on Roland's first main phase to remove the Murktide Regent.
It takes out land, which is relevant. The naming is relevant, but it's like I said, I'm just trying to I've got like this, this is fine.
Here is Palace Jailer. An attempt here to remove Brazen Borrower.
Yes, I just played another city. While you're doing that. Yeah. This killed the other city.
I have not been impressed with
Okay, so another city was played. This Palace Jailer cannot be countered.
and touch should definitely come off.
I'm gonna buy one.
It has almost no function.
I already registered.
There's nothing it does.
But,
Because you have
next time.
priority and all of the stuff that you're going to be using your artifacts for.
Take Monarchy.
thanks for the games. It's a lot of fun.
Okay, Roland has become the Monarch. Brazen Borrower is in exile. Murktide Regent is in exile. Not sure why they're getting exiled with dice on them, but I don't know. So, Brazen Borrower is trapped under the Monarch by Palace Jailer, and Murktide is trapped by Touch the Spirit Realm. Here's a Braid on Chalice. That'll open up some possible plays for Kaplan here. Untapping and taking the turn, starting off with a Brainstorm.
A little bit more aggressively into your like the Dahlias, into your chalices, then maybe it doesn't matter.
Hope gear for plus Caracas is infinite.
Because like Resolve Chalice on one for you is probably pretty hard. Pre-board?
Or modern.
Well, even post, what do you, I mean, Brazen Borrower and got 4 force
People look at this deck and they're like, well, that's not very much synergy with the...
In fact,
All right, here's a Sprite Dragon. Kaplan going to try and steal the Monarch. Lightning Bolt on Palace Jailer, and a trigger on Sprite Dragon to help it grow here. Does Roland have a Solitude? Pitching a Seasoned Dungeoneer and Solitude on Sprite Dragon. And it's going to resolve. All right, Sprite Dragon gone. Kaplan passes the turn, was unable to take the Monarch. Ah, okay, here's a Seasoned Dungeoneer for Roland. Roland will now take the initiative. Touch the Spirit Realm has the Murktide still trapped. The Monarch still has Brazen Borrower trapped. Roland searches for a Plains. And I think we saw a gesture to pass the turn. Nope, playing the Plains. Nope, the hand Plains is in hand. We're just revealing it. Okay. City of Traders lives for another turn. His Expressive Iteration for Kaplan, who doesn't have to worry about Chalice anymore. We hear a lot of laughing in the background, which is not allowed. Delver going into exile. One card in hand. Yeah, it seems like Sprite Dragon is anti-initiative tech. Worth a try. All right, so a Delver hits the battlefield for Kaplan.
I was like, oh, hey, Dom.
Okay, so moving to the right side of the Undercity is Roland, Scry 2. We can just barely see the Undercity there in the bottom right. I apologize. Lightning Bolt happening here. Second Lightning Bolt. All right, Seasoned Engineer is eliminated. Touch the Spirit Realm. And that will remove the Delver. Okay, so kind of a strange technique here to indicate the cards removed by putting a die on them, but that's what's going on. All three creatures on Kaplan's side of the board have been removed by Touch, Touch, and the Monarch by Palace Jailer. Roland's next option for the Undercity are to either go to creature or create a treasure, I believe. Red Eyes Vikes is here. Is Sprite Dragon better than Third Path Iconoclast? I don't know if the Third Path has caught on and proved itself just yet, so I'm not sure.
What coding do you have to do?
It's a rights thing with 40 cards.
To putting them online?
All right, there's the treasure.
They don't own
The next room for Roland will be to create a skeleton, 4/1 menace skeleton. Tapping 2, tapping 4, 5.
Lawyers.
Um,
Are you a lawyer?
No.
All right, casting a Solitude, hard casting it, removing the Delver, protecting the Monarch.
Make a decision like that. You have the people in the room, like before you even put money out. Someone answered the question of whether we can print.
Pass the turn, drawing for the Monarch is Roland. Flame Slash. All right, Flame Slash removes the Solitude. Looks like Kaplan's Hellbent. There's the skeleton being created on upkeep. The next room of the Undercity is the ultimate. Reveal top 10. Put a creature from among them on the battlefield. Here's White Plume Adventurer, and Roland will do it now. All right, moving into the last room of the Undercity.
It's a bit hard for beginners to get into, isn't it?
Sure. I'll also go up. Okay.
And once you got this, you're going to have their legends or their
And another White Plume enters the battlefield. Roland will get to search for a Plains. This one has 3+1/+1 encounters and hexproof until Roland's next turn.
I don't know.
Mana Traders has enough sway to not be like, this is something you guys should be doing. Right, like, this is the easiest money of your life.
So Roland has been able to remove every single creature, and there were many, that has hit the battlefield on Kaplan's side, and now just has an enormous amount of power available with a 6/6 White Plume, a 4/1 Menace Skeleton, a 3/3 White Plume, and now going to hit the Undercity one more time. Okay, Roland now getting the Plains. Maybe initiative was missed on the second White Plume? Not sure of the timing of that. Okay. So maybe it was missed. Or maybe I forgot. I don't know. Attacking here for 14, is it?
Are flush because
So it's for
you use
13, now he's
yeah,
at
so you get the
19, so I go to 6.
pillage flag, yours.
Oh, it's 13. Okay.
You got it.
All right. Kaplan scoops it up. There's a fist bump. Good games.